As you can see, I am not dead.
What is going on, movie lovers, and welcome back to another episode of 5 on It. On today's show, with Oscar season quickly approaching us, we decided to sit down and give you guys our top 3 of one of the best directors going today. Today, we are giving you our best 3 of Ryan Coogler. I mean, he only has about 5 movies under his belt. He has written a few more as well that he's some credited for, some not credited for, but he is definitely one of the best directors going today.
Yep.
To go along with a few other people like Denis Villeneuve and Christopher Nolan and all them. But before we go into Ryan Coogler, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, drop a like, a share, a comment, drop some of your favorite Coogler movies. Maybe, I don't know, does he have any upcoming movies right now? Obviously, Sinners is going to be getting all the love right now with the award, but does he have anything upcoming?
I don't know how involved he is in the upcoming Black Panther. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah. I think he is directing that because remember Denzel dropped a little thing about that saying he's in it or some shit like that. Definitely looking forward to seeing that when that comes out. But Sir Fraser, you want to start it off with the best 3 of Ryan Coogler?
Yeah, well, just to also kind of set the stage, we wanted to, and we thought this would be a really great topic to discuss some of our favorites of, black film directors. We thought that would be a fun way to end Black History Month. And
yeah, true that.
It's hard to, given it was Oscar season and given Ryan Coogler had really such a great year last year. I mean, hell, I saw Sinners twice in the theater.
Multiple times at about HBO Max, man.
Yeah. It felt like a really great time to revisit his filmography and kind of, have a conversation about what are some of our favorite pictures he's done over the years since he really started in 2013. Mm-hmm. But with that, my top 3 in order.
From 3 to 1?
3 to 1, yeah.
Yeah.
I got Fruitvale Station at 3, Sinners at 2, and the Black Panther 1 at number 1.
Oh, well, we have obviously since he only has 5 movies, we don't have a super wide filmography to choose from, but our 3 is definitely the same, except for the order for the top 2.
Okay.
I am going with number 3, Fruitvale Station. Number 2 with Black Panther. Number 1 with Sinners. Creed and Wakanda Forever. I think even if I had to do a top 5 real quick off the rip, I would probably put Wakanda Forever at number 5 and Creed at number 4. Man, missing Chadwick Boseman in Wakanda Forever, I think definitely hurts the film a bit.
It does, and it's unfortunate too because it is in my opinion a really, really good movie. That was one of my. That's if I'm thinking about my favorite late phases of Marvel movies, that is going to be a movie that comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly over Captain America, Falcon, the Falcon movie, Brave New World.
And I liked
that movie.
I liked it more than Quantumania, more than
definitely.
Brave New World. I liked it more than Love and Thunder.
Absolutely.
I didn't like it more. I think Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four probably edged it out.
That's where it ends for me too.
But they had a Herculean task to try to, obviously live up to the success of the first Black Panther. Mm-hmm. But, I think they did a decent job with it.
It was a great introduction, the visuals, even just showing us. I think one of the things that really shined light, that was really great about the first one, is it was introducing us to these customs and the culture of Wakanda, and that was deepened through the loss of Boseman in the grief ceremonies we see at the beginning of Wakanda Forever. Mm-hmm. And I thought that just added another layer to that movie that really made me appreciate it, just because separate from, he seemed like a really great person, and he's a part of some really beloved movies by comic movie fans. Yeah. And so his loss was immense, and to your point, it was really difficult to overcome such a huge loss. It's impossible. Yeah.
And also to just the biopic world as well, because he played Jackie Robinson, James Brown, and then he played somebody else, Thurgood Marshall. I was gonna say he plays somebody else like that, but he's just a tremendous loss. But in the movie, I definitely didn't agree with maybe making is it Shuri? Shuri?
Shuri, yeah.
Yeah, make it Shuri the Black Panther. I definitely thought that could have either went to M'Baku or even Okoye. I thought they were kind of setting her up to be the new Black Panther.
Interesting.
Which, man, I thought that could have been badass because especially
she is badass.
Her playing her role on The Walking Dead as well. I can't remember her name on Walking Dead, but the girl with the dreads. Man, I feel like her character Okoye definitely could have fit in that role pretty well. Or even Lupita Nyong'o's character. What's her name? I can't think of her character's name right now, but I thought they could have set her up. I thought Shuri was probably the last option on the table, and they went with her.
She's royalty, and maybe in their culture it would fall on the next in line. She would be next in line to be queen.
Nakia.
Nakia, yeah. We're the weeds on Wakanda forever.
But yeah, the last thing about that, I was like, but Nakia like broke into the where like Namor's kingdom and everything, and got who did she break out? I can't quite remember the movie too well right now, but she broke into like their prison and like was talking to Shuri? Yeah, I think they took Shuri, and then she broke down there and like broke her out and like saved her and everything like that.
Yeah, getting to their world was incredible. The visuals of that were so amazing.
Anyway, let's stick to the top three.
Let's start. I mean, it makes sense to start with Fruitvale Station, man.
Yeah.
This was his first. This is debut feature, and it was dropped in 2013. It's really just such a well written drama about the last hours of Oscar Grant. I remember this time when he was killed in 2009. I remember that video, and yeah, man, it was such a tragedy, man. And this movie, the way that it unfolds, and just knowing the tragic ending, it really landed, and also did a really great job of kind of immersing you in Oakland, like when they were on the train on BART, and people are playing some Mac Dre, and just getting hyphy, like just things like that. Like I love movies that specifically do that for you in like Oakland and New York City. Like that's what I loved about Juice, for example.
Exactly. I love like when you see shots like that, because also it lets you know that's like we're taking the movie on the road. We're not just hide it out in some like warehouse or on some sound stage or anything like that, which is perfectly fine. Like when you have to do that, but I just really love movies like this where it really immerses you in like in the city, and particularly like in the Bay Area culture. But how like the movie starts with like showing the actual footage of like what happened leading up to like to the gunshot, and then like the movie starts, dude, I mean, it just like starts off with a bang like that. But seeing like the last day of him, I mean, he's not like just like some angel or anything like that. No. He obviously did some time in prison for did they even specify what he went to prison for? Now that I'm thinking about it,
I can't recall.
I'm not sure if they specified it, but they're just showing him, and he obviously he lost his job.
I think he might have been selling.
It's probably weed. It's probably for selling weed or selling drugs.
If I remember, I think about it, for selling weed.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing is. But obviously they're showing that he's just a troubled young man, because he's 22. He's got a young kid. He's got a girlfriend. He's got to pay his bills. He's late, not late on rent or anything like that, but he's losing his job. He's trying to go back, to the store and get his job back. And even his girlfriend's telling him like he's a joke, and he treats life as a joke. So you're just seeing him just like how he's interacting with his family and friends and his girlfriend and his daughter.
And the pressure's on him.
Yeah, exactly. And showing you, like I said, like that he's just like a normal young dude. He has had trouble before. He's not like innocent by any means, but he is trying to do better. And that also leads up to the scene when like he goes to like the meetup when he's trying to like make the drop or whatever, sell his drugs because he can't get a job back. And then you see him and they have the flashback to prison, and like the scenes like with his mom, Octavia Spencer, those are really well done. But you're just in that moment he's trying to make a change. And so like when like the culmination hits at the end, like when like he gets shot and everything, it just really hits you hard, because you're just seeing somebody just trying to do better for like his family and his daughter and stuff. So it's just it just really hits you in the heart, man. Yeah,
it's kind of crazy how this movie came to being. So I read that this was around the time I think he was just finishing up his program at USC. But he ended up meeting Forrest Whitaker at an event, and he was, talking about his idea and wanting to do this, and Whitaker was on board day one. He's like, yes.
I was kind of surprised when I saw his name under the produced by Forrest Whitaker. I didn't know that, but I mean, it's just a sad story, man.
No, it really is, man.
It definitely hits me too. Like, it kind of almost like made me like really choke up, like towards the end, when I think it is pretty much the end, when she goes, Sofina goes and grabs the daughter Tatiana, and then they're in the shower, and then she's just like, "Where's Daddy?" Oh man.
Yeah,
bro, I was like, this is really hidden, especially because
I'm gonna cry now.
I know. And honestly, well, like kind of like give you guys a little Easter egg for next week's review, that both of these movies are true stories. Now that I'm thinking about it, this is obviously based on a true story, and the movie that we're going to review next week is also based on a true story, a much older true story. Yes, but a true story nonetheless. But like when anything like these movies, when anything's based on a true story, obviously you take certain liberties. But I mean, this one I think is pretty accurate, at least, so to say. I'm sure Ryan Coogler did his homework and talked to family and friends that knew Oscar, and even like I'm sure like even like gotten that tattoo on his back or something as small as that.
Yeah,
just trying to get all the details at least, and try to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah, I mean, also the end, the way we see this video being recorded and just sweeping across the internet, I think that was very much marked the kind of shift in the way that the public documents these incidents of police brutality and how viral they can go and everything that comes with that in just the social media era. I thought that was just a really powerful kind of exclamation point on this really just well-crafted, well-told story. I love stories that are essentially a day in the life.
Yeah.
I mean, Dazed and Confused, Superbad, these types of movies, they just the before midnight, before sunrise, that trilogy. Like, I think movies that do that, Training Day. Those movies, I don't know, man. It's just I feel like we're ticking down to something, and I'm conscious of that, and I'm wondering, okay, what's going to happen?
The tension definitely arises a lot more in movies like that, where things are happening in a 24-hour time period, and I guess it just feels like just more real and authentic.
It just amps things up a little bit, It can, but yeah, that's our third movie. I was wondering if you were going to have that on your list, because I definitely, that was the one that that was the only question mark I had.
Well, like, yeah, exactly, because this is obviously the one movie that I have. It's been a while since I've seen this, and I just rewatched it today, and that's why it's easily kind of going to make the list. But I mean, the two movies ahead of it with Black Panther and Sinners, especially with Sinners, man, I feel like he's just did everything he needed to do. What he did with Fruitvale Station, but he's just like took his level and like just like his craft to a whole nother level with the next two movies.
I agree 100%, and I think. Just kind of thinking about, I mean, we can talk about, I guess, do you want to talk about Sinners now?
Oh, last quick thing about Fruitvale Station is just because, like, with certain movies like this, especially with true stories, man, I will go online, just start looking at, like, stories and stuff, just, like, figuring out, like, what actually happened. No, like, whether it's this or the movie we're doing next week. But, like, seeing that, like, the cop only got like 2 years and that was released in 11 months, man, I mean, obviously stuff like that is still going on today, obviously with this like ICE stuff going on as well. But like, when at least, I mean, granted 11 months ain't shit, but at least when you're seeing like even like the other cop was fired, and then like the other, I think there was 2 other cops that got fired, and then he went to jail and was charged and everything, man, at least it's something. And so, like, 11 months is still bullshit, but I mean, it's better than what's going on like in today's world. But but still, like, dude, you took somebody's life like that. You're like, oh, I thought it was my taser. It's like, bro, like, this person's never coming back, and like, and a daughter is growing up fatherless. Like, people just lost somebody because you don't know how to do your fucking job.
That just adds fuel to the public outcry when these things happen, because it's now the tragedy is compounded by what many people perceive as just a lack of accountability.
Exactly.
and it just creates a deeper rift between communities and law enforcement. Man, it really does.
Exactly.
We need to start going after. Make sure we're hitting these cops in their pensions if they're going to be violating citizens in these ways.
Man,
maybe they'll get the picture. I don't know, because this is not acceptable.
There just needs to be just some form of accountability. Like I said, like 11 months ain't shit, but at least it's something I suppose is better than nothing, because people need to lose their job and then they need to face, whether it's criminals, like repercussions for things like this, because like people aren't coming back. This isn't like a game. This isn't like a video game. But on a lighter note, real quick though, I see two things real quick though is the budget was not even $1 million, 900,000, made 17.4 at the box office, so that's definitely a good day for them. And this list can also be pretty much the Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler list, because Michael B. Jordan is in every single one of his movies, which is like, that's like a cool like little pairing we're gonna love to see. Just kind of like a Martin Scorsese, De Niro, or Scorsese, Leonardo DiCaprio, something like that. But and the music, Ludwig, man, I mean the music I didn't really like. I mean you're getting some Bay Area tunes, which is nice and everything.
That's exactly what I expect.
Ludwig, because he does the like the Book of Boba Fett, and he did the Mandalorian theme, which are two bangers, bro. Like, Boba Fett, that show is not very good, but that theme is a heater, man.
I never skip the Mandalorian. That's like Stranger Things. I very rarely will skip
Stranger Things or Game of Thrones, or like, bro, like when you hear that, I'm just like, oh.
Also, I got to throw in "Woke Up This Morning."
Oh, The Sopranos. Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah,
Let It Ride. Plus, it always like hits my heart because they show the Twin Towers as he's driving.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Did they ever take that out?
I can't remember if they took him out later in the seasons, but they weren't certainly in the earlier. I do remember that.
I wonder if it's been like remastered to take them out for like
painful memories.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say about Fruitvale. It was just those little couple highlights.
Well, also, just another thing to call out. I mean, this was his first feature. He killed it at the box office, and also at Sundance, man. The movie won the Grand Jury Prize, and it also the Audience Award for U.S. Dramatic. That's what it says. So, I mean, he hit this out the park, and he doubled down. And the next movie that he did,
the start of their very Fruitvale relationship.
100%. I mean, I think they're starting to remind me of very much like a Scorsese De Niro like duo.
Yeah, exactly.
And I hope that relationship continues for years, because they have not missed. But anyways, moving on to the next movie. Do you want to talk about Sinners?
Let's do it. I mean, that Sinners is my number one.
Yeah, this is my number two.
But that's fine. Let's do Sinners as the second one.
Because I feel like we might have a lot. We'll have a lot to say about both these movies, I suppose.
Of course, for sure.
I really just want to give a big shout out to Sinners and Ryan Coogler, because I mean, he was a triple threat in this one. He wore a lot of hats.
Yeah.
You're talking about writer, director, producer, and this is some of the best acting Michael B. Jordan has done. For me. I think he does a great job in Creed, especially the last two. But I think this is probably his best acting. I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
Maybe his death scene in The Wire.
Maybe,
poor Wallace.
Man.
But that's why it's kind of like my number one, is because I think it's the best work by Michael B. Jordan and by Ryan Coogler, in the sense of like, because all the hats that he had to wear, like you just mentioned, but also it's just like the way like it just differs from Black Panther for me is because Black Panther came from Marvel. It's like a previous property.
I get that.
Yeah. This is straight from Coogler's head and everything. So like if he wanted to have a Sinners universe and everything like that, like a lot of fancy movies and franchises tend to do, I mean, he could do that right now. I mean, and he start off with a bang, because you're getting nominations for Michael B. and for Coogler. They broke the record for nominations, I want to say, with like 13 or something like that. And also with Jack O'Connell as the villain or the antagonist, and like a lot of the and
Delroy Lindo, incredible job. I'm a big fan of his, man. He's just a damn good actor. I even love that series he did with what I'm blanking on her name right now. Her last name's Washington.
Kerry
Washington. Yeah, he plays her father.
Oh, really?
God, what is that show called?
What was the network?
I think it was on Hulu. I believe it was on Hulu.
Is it kind of newish or?
I want to say within the last couple of years. Unprisoned. There we go. That's what it's called.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, I like it. I'm a fan. Long story short, but
yeah, that's why it would be number one for me. It's just because it just came from his mind.
Yeah,
and like he created it. It seems like from the ground up, and he wore all the hats, and he delivered on such a great movie, man.
Yeah, I know that he has spoken about his professional relationship with, actually personal relationship with Christopher Nolan, and I can see Nolan influence most in this picture, especially.
Yeah,
like some of the shots, the cinematography, some of the wide shots. I'm like, yo, I was like, yo, I could see that. I mean, it's also, and I think it's also visually might be his most refined in terms of like the cinematography and all that.
Especially keeping like whenever you're doing a movie with like when the actor is supposed to be playing twins and just seeing like the behind the scenes on how like they're shooting some of the shots, and then obviously seeing like the finished product, like it looks very well done. Like you can't see like any little splits or any weird frames or anything like that. So like he definitely knocked it out the park, and he's just rising and rising and rising. So it's going to be interesting to see what type of movies he does like in the next 5-10 years.
Evidently in TV shows too. I've heard that he is he's interested in producing X-Files reboot. I know you saw that. I don't know what like the level of his involvement with that will be. If it'll be more like an executive or just producer level, not just but at a producer level, or if he'll be like directing. But that could be really dope.
Yeah, especially if he's directing some stuff. I'm like, ooh,
that would be just an interesting pivot to go from movies to TV shows. I mean, it's been done, I suppose, right? But yeah, that'd be interesting.
Especially if it's just like. Did you say X-Files or Twilight? Okay, for a second, like Twilight Zone, but I think Jordan Peele did that. Jordan Peele did that one, yeah. But X-Files, you could do. It's like very episodic of like each episode can be different. Yep. So he could just like jump in and be like, I'm just gonna do like 2 little episodes right now. So I don't think it would be too much. Too much on the plate for him. Obviously, I think he can handle it no matter what. But yeah, I don't think I need to say anything more about Sinner. I mean, I'm definitely interested to see how they do once the Oscars come rolling around in March. I'm pulling for them, man. Because
walk away with some hardware for sure.
I want them to walk away with Best Picture. It seems like it's gonna go to one battle after another, which I thought was fine. But Sinners was so good, man.
I didn't love One Battle After Another.
I thought it was okay.
I didn't love Marty Supreme. I liked Marty Supreme though. I thought the cinematography that was great. I thought Timothée Chalamet did an excellent job.
Actually, I haven't seen Marty Supreme yet. I kind of want to watch it, but then I don't know.
I just didn't love the story as much. I mean, it's very chaotic, very just adrenaline kind of movie. But I think it feels a little too chaotic. Like a counterexample for me, like I think Fury Road is very adrenaline filled. Chef's kiss. It doesn't feel chaotic.
Yeah.
I feel like the storyline
was chaotic in a good way. Like the story's not chaotic. It's just the action is kind of nuts.
The action might be chaotic, but I feel like the storyline is very straightforward.
Yeah.
In a way that Marty Supreme just feels a little all over the place. I'm like, how do we get on the side quest?
I feel like that's where like if the story starts feeling chaotic and like it starts bouncing around, it definitely takes you out of the movie a bit because you're kind of like, what's happening right now? Like, wait a minute, I thought. Because this is just obviously that's also what I've heard too is just that like it feels like the plot kind of jumps around to different things at one point.
Yeah.
Well, not one point, but just kind of throughout the movie, and you're kind of just like, wait a minute, like I guess the dog somehow like a dog becomes like the focal point of the movie and somehow like some way.
Yeah.
And so you're just like, wait a minute, I thought we were talking about like table tennis or something like that.
Where's Marty? Where is he? But yeah. Sinners.
The budget.
I mean, dude, look at the budget, man. They had upwards of $100 million. They did $369 at the box office.
Dude, when you're talking about return on investment, man, he's gonna give you a good return on your investment because once we get to Black Panther, that makes $1 billion. So I don't care what the fucking budget is, he definitely made money on that.
What he needs.
Yeah, but so you're like Ludwig does. I mean, I'm not sure if he did Black Panther. We'll get to that in a minute. But like he did Sinners as well. So man, shouts out to Ludwig is becoming like he's definitely not gonna surpass the GOAT. What's his name?
John Williams.
Yeah, John Williams.
No.
Nah.
A lot of work ahead of you, brother.
No, man, John Williams, man, I don't know if he'll ever be surpassed, man. I'll probably be dead and buried if that ever happens.
That's why he's the GOAT.
But yeah, shouts out to Ludwig for being another collaborator with Coogler. It seems like he likes to keep things. I mean, that's a nod to Nolan as well.
Man,
like
he's the same way.
When you have an umbrella of just collaborators, whether they're like in front of the camera or behind the camera, like when you find out good people, it's like let's just keep working together and just get better together.
Yeah, and he also just what you said earlier, he did the music for Black Panther as well.
Ludwig did it? Black Panther? I'm about to bring that up right now, actually.
Yeah. And this is my number one. This is your number two.
This is my number two. Yeah.
Man, you know, we're going to talk about the movie itself, but I just remember that special time where culturally, if you were a comic book, if you were an MCU fan, you were so excited to see. Many of us were just hyped. It was a cultural moment when this movie dropped. We loved the reveal in Civil War. That was fantastic. The fight scene with Bucky, seeing him in the uniform, really setting the stage for this movie, Black Panther. Mm-hmm. Loved it, man. The fucking soundtrack kicks ass. Mm-hmm. Some bangers on that album.
And you're getting some good comedy too, like when like the What Are Those, dude? Like Chadwick Boseman, just like from his introduction in Civil War, and then getting and then you get the post credit scene with he drops that cold ass line with Cap in the fortress, and then you get the movie where it's like at that time, like MCU was cooking, and you had to deliver on something hot. Sizzling. And I'm just saying, like right here, you had Thor Ragnarok that got released, then Black Panther came, then Infinity War. I'm like, damn, that is a fucking 3-piece, bro. We were living in that time.
We were feasting.
We were fucking living like kings back then.
We didn't know how good we had it.
And man, and this is just like no exception to that, because you're also getting like a great villain with Michael B. Jordan. You're also getting that same collaboration with Coogler as well. Dude, but I mean, the only negatives I can say really about this movie is that like when you get to some of like the fighting with Killmonger at the end when they're both wearing the Black Panther suits, it definitely gets a little CGI heavy with like the trains and everything going in, so it can get a little messy sometimes with like some of the effects. Yep. But other than that, like the story is awesome, the character development is awesome. You're getting introduction to like Wakanda as a whole. Yeah. Man, there's just too many good things to say about Black Panther, man.
I think just again, like it was such a cultural moment. And there was so much excitement, and this movie was kind of stepping into a lineage of a lot of other noteworthy black superhero movies. I mean, dating back to Meteor Man. I mean, we talked about that when we reviewed Five Heartbeats. Like that was a moment, because like there weren't a lot of movies like that made. I don't know what the first one was, but that was one of the earliest ones that I can recall. And then you have missteps like Steel. Yeah. But then you have really, you have moments like Blade. That's an iconic movie for many Marvel fans. That really, shows what you could do when you had a better budget.
Oh yeah.
And this movie we have now, this movie with Black Panther, we saw the resources that Marvel wanted to throw into this project, and it paid off in spades.
Yeah.
I mean, goddamn, you had a budget of $200 million, and you leave with a 1.35. Like Bill.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Coogler doesn't lose money. He does not.
He does not.
Like whatever you're giving him to make a movie, he's going to give you like some sort of profit on that.
Yeah, and I mean the thing that was so amazing about this movie is like, again, like we talked about earlier with Wakanda Forever, it really it introduces us to the culture and just like the visuals of like the technological sophistication of Wakanda. It's like really, really dope to see, and even starts off on a really powerful note, right, where we see T'Challa's father confronting his uncle and about stealing vibranium, getting delivering secrets to Claw as a clue. Claw.
I think it's Claw.
Claw. Details to how to steal vibranium.
Yeah.
And how that sows the seed for the discord that happens in really shaping Killmonger to become who he was. He was a great villain. Yeah. Claw played a great villain.
He was nice. That was like nice because I really like Andy Serkis. Like whether he's in front of the camera or like doing the CGI work, like or the motion cap, however you want to phrase it, with like Caesar and everything. But yeah, seeing him come back was like cool because I enjoyed his character for like the limited amount of time he was in Age of Ultron. I want to say that was it. But seeing him come back was definitely like pretty funny. But he should have knew better than to trust Killmonger. I suppose. I mean, I guess he didn't know he was Wakandan. Yeah. Dude, and then once he came out with like that little haircut, I remember seeing a bunch of people trying to get that Killmonger type of look.
Yeah.
It's a pretty fly look. I ain't gonna front, man. He was doing his thing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think he was such a strong villain. I thought that I think Sinners is his best acting. I think his acting as Killmonger. It's not my favorite by any means of his, but he does. His villain is very understandable, and the resentment he has is well grounded.
Yeah.
And he ultimately his message and philosophy land with T'Challa because he decides to stop being as isolationist as Wakanda has been, and to take more of an active role in trying to help create a better world.
Yeah.
So I thought that was also a really powerful moment for T'Challa as he's trying to take control as such a young king of this nation, and really trying to take a step forward from, kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of define himself in this role as king.
Man, in which I feel like that's why he's such a. He's just missed tremendously. I mean, just to even be a little selfish with, obviously he's missed by his like family and friends, like his close ones. But just in the movie community and the MCU particularly, it's like, and that character, man, I'm interested to see if they whenever they do bring Black Panther in, because obviously the character as a whole is pivotal. But man, he just played the role so well, and it was going to be interesting to see how he could have like just evolved as it went, because I think in the Wakanda Forever he was supposed to the kid was supposed to have more of a role. It was supposed to be like Chadwick and the son, they go out on some sort of like a Wakandan thing, and they like encounter all of these like trials and tribulations along the way, and then they encounter Namor, and then they have like their little beef or whatever. So like the son was supposed to be more of a focal point into the story.
Oh, okay.
And so like it would have been interesting to see him with like a kid and now a father and everything like that. Yeah. So we definitely missed out with his passing though.
No, 100%, man.
But I definitely agree too, like that this is not like my favorite Michael B. Jordan's performance. That definitely comes in Sinners. But he does the role what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
And especially he delivers like a great, I think, ending line to his character in that movie when he's just like bury him out to sea and everything like that, like his ancestors.
Yeah.
I was like, or like they knew it was like better than bondage or something. Man, he just went out like a fucking just true to his nature, what he wanted to be. But
that was a cold line.
Yeah, it was nice to see him though come back in Wakanda Forever though.
Yes,
I definitely wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, when she goes to like the ancestral plane.
Mm-hmm. And
that was a very interesting moment because I feel like that was kind of a crossroads for her in terms of what kind of leader she wanted to be too, right?
Oh yeah, because that's why he was there.
Yeah,
it was
she
like
wanted vengeance for her mom. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, dude, I gotta just speak on the soundtrack though. All the Stars, X, Paramedic was a banger.
Yeah,
King's Dead.
Dude, weren't they? I mean, they were obviously nominated for a bunch of awards, including Best Picture that year. But did they get nominated for that album? Get a nomination? Maybe at the Grammys or something. I wonder.
It won Best Original Score at the Academy Awards and the Grammy Awards.
Well, there you go.
And King's Dead also won a Grammy. So yeah.
Just delivered on all fronts, man.
It really did. God damn.
Yeah.
Man.
I know the only thing that's just just, I'm not even saying I'm not even sure what the word I want to use. It's just like, I guess, disappointing. It's just that we just don't have a wider range of films to choose from with Ryan Coogler. Yeah, I think so. We'll definitely have to revisit this list maybe in like 5-10 years or something like that. 10-year anniversary of 5 on It. We'll have to do another Ryan Coogler list because I'm sure he's going to put out a lot more bangers.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, man, that was a fun way to end Black History Month. Just kind of rethinking, the works of a director who's been doing just really great things for over a decade.
I mean, he's probably the best black director right now.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Or the most I guess active, I should say. Because Spike Lee, is he really? I mean, I guess he just did Higher to Lower.
Yeah, that was. Yeah,
would you put Spike Lee over Coogler? Would you?
At the moment, no.
Yeah, not at the moment. Oh, yeah, overall.
No, he
hasn't done enough. Yeah,
and I have a lot of respect. I love the movies that he's done. Some of the movies that he's done. But
he just has to do some more work.
He hasn't been doing it long enough.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, he is probably the best black active director right now. That's putting out consistent work.
Yeah, because I'm trying to think. Who else? I mean, what is Antoine Fuqua doing?
Antoine Fuqua is good.
He's got some great movies, but he's a little bit of an older generation too.
And he had, he kind of had a little bit of a flop though with that Will Smith movie.
Which one? Not King Richard.
No, not King Richard. It was it was kind of, I think it was like a slavery type of movie where it was based on some sort of photograph.
Oh, I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, I can't quite think of the name of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, and obviously Jordan Peele. F. Gary Gary too. I like F. Gary Gary, but I don't think he's put out anything recently.
But yeah, Ryan Coogler is definitely high on that list for me.
Yeah, he's definitely above Jordan Peele. I think he's surpassed him a bit.
Yeah, I like Jordan Peele stuff too, though.
I do like his stuff. But I feel like Coogler's arrow right now, I would say, is trending up, and I hate to say if Jordan Peele is trending down, but it's probably not up. It's at the very least is just stagnant.
You were disappointed that you didn't like Nope.
I thought it was fine. I was more pleased with it than maybe Us, because Us kind of by the end of it I was kind of just there's some holes in this story right now. And usually I don't walk away with movies usually I was called Emancipation, the movie with Will Smith. Usually that kind of comes a little bit later when I start thinking about it, but that was immediate where I'm hold on.
Time out.
I'm wait a minute. But Nope, I liked it. I think I liked it more than even though Us did have some creepy ass moments into it.
Does.
But I definitely liked Nope a little bit more. But it was just fine.
Yeah.
And with Coogler's movies, I'm just Creed, banger, Panther, banger, Sinners, banger, and Fruitvale Station, banger, and just hits you in the heart.
Yeah.
Actually,
range. She definitely has range, no question.
But now that I mentioned it, we're talking about Antoine Fuqua. I don't think he's better than Coogler, but man, he's got some bangers too on his list. He's got some not so good ones, so that's why Coogler still has to put out some stuff.
Yeah.
But some of his high notes: Training Day, The Equalizer films, The Magnificent Seven, and he's got also Michael coming out, the biopic of Michael Jackson.
That
and
I'm gonna see that.
Yeah, so he's in the list too as well. So he's up there
for sure. All right, well, that ends our episode for this week. Now, stay tuned. We got another great one coming your guys' way.
An old true story.
Yeah, man. We'll catch y'all next week.
Peace.